How's it going, everybody? I am the Texas Man. Welcome back to the channel to another video. I hope you guys are all having an amazing day. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, join up to the group member if you have not already, and you guys make sure you guys hit that bell notification button to get notified of any and all upcoming videos coming out in the future here on the Texas Man channel. With that said, let's dive right into Frozen 2. So I want to let you guys know immediately, in case you guys for whatever reason didn't read the title of the video, there are going to be some spoiler talk in this video. So if you guys haven't seen Frozen 2 for whatever reason yet, click away from this video, go watch Frozen 2, and then come back. I'll give you guys a couple seconds to click away before I start talking about the movie. All right, you guys are still here? Awesome. So Frozen 2. I had some really big expectations for this film, considering I really enjoyed Frozen 1. So Frozen 1 came out 5 years ago, and does Frozen 2 do Frozen 1 any justice? Does it do good fan service? Is it a good film just on its own? Is it a good sequel? Yeah, but it's got some problems, and so let's get into it. So we're going to talk about positives and then negatives, and then I'll give you guys my final review score. So first of all, the biggest thing that I was really concerned about, because this was a big rumor ever since Frozen 2 was announced, was that they were going to make Elsa gay. Elsa is not gay. And I am so happy that they did not do this to her character and make this part of her character arc. The fact that Elsa is not gay is amazing, and people need to spread this around a lot more, because it is making it where Frozen 2 is killing Terminator Dark Fate, and it is killing Charlie's Angels. See Frozen 2 just because Elsa's not gay. I can't stress that enough. So the big rumor that Elsa was going to be gay, that was just a big rumor. It is not true. There is nothing implied in the film. Nothing happens. Nothing is said and positively making it where Elsa's gay. Elsa is not gay. What else? There are a plethora of Easter eggs and references to Frozen, especially about halfway through the film. Olaf basically does a super fast and funny montage telling the audience and a bunch of other people that are brand new in Frozen 2 the plot of what happened in Frozen 1 and everything leading up to that point where Olaf is doing his montage in Frozen 2. So it was really cool. There was actually a lot of adult themes in this film, which I was kind of surprised at. I mean, I know past Disney films have had some adult themes. This one had a lot more compared to what happened in Frozen 1. One of my favorite scenes was probably the family fun night scene where they're all together. Olaf, Sten, Kristoff, Anna, and Elsa, they're all together and they're playing games in the castle. I thought that was pretty cool. The plot of this film is basically about self-discovery and embracing who you are. The jokes that were in this film, they were amazing, and there were also a couple sad moments too. I don't want to ruin too much, so if you know what sad moments I'm talking about, you know exactly what I'm talking about and who they're with. This film also was very self-aware of the silly and also the good moments that happened in both Frozen and in this film. So I think the fact that it was really self-aware of some of the goofy things was a good thing. And at times it tried to make it where Frozen 2 was attempting to break the fourth wall. Didn't really do it a whole lot, but I feel like they were trying to push it. And the fact that they were just tapping at the fourth wall, I think, was cool. And if we get a Frozen 3, I kind of would like to see them do a little more of trying to break the fourth wall and actually succeeding, which would be nice. Something I know a lot of people are going to probably ask me, so I'm just going to say it right now. The best song in this film, personally, is by the band Panic at the Disco, and the song is called Into the Unknown. It's not as hit and meme generatorable as Let It Go, but still I think Into the Unknown is going to be remembered a lot in this film. All the other songs in this film were okay. I don't remember them, and I can, after just seeing the film less than 12 hours ago, I still got Into the Unknown stuck in my head. And all the other songs that were in the film, I kind of, no pun intended, let them go. Couldn't help it, guys. The finale was also very spectacular. It ends the film's plot, so it ends the Frozen 2 plot line really well. It does leave the door open for a Frozen 3 to happen, but it's not required. And honestly, I don't think it's necessary because Frozen 2 kind of ties everything up in the Frozen universe. If we did get a Frozen 3, it probably would involve something to do with Olaf's kids, Anna doing something stupid and dumb as Queen of Arendelle now, and Elsa has to come in and save the day, which would be kind of cool because it played it kind of safe in the fact that Anna again was constantly saving Elsa, and if we've got a Frozen 3, I kind of would like to see it reversed where Elsa saves Anna for once, because we don't seem to be able to get that in the Frozen universe, and it would be kind of nice to see something different because Anna constantly saving Elsa got boring and predictable. I highly encourage you guys to go see this film. I'm planning on hopefully seeing it again during this Thanksgiving Day week, and I really enjoyed it. Go see it. It's probably the best movie out right now. I don't know if Joker's still in theaters, but this is probably the best film you're going to see besides, I don't know what else is out that's actually worth seeing. It's definitely better than Terminator Dark Fate and Charlie's Angels, and whatever else is out. Also, make sure you guys stay for the end credits. There is a end credit scene. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, considering the fact that it had to do with Olaf's kids and the big snow monster that was guarding Elsa's castle in Frozen 1. So it didn't make any sense to me. It might make sense to you. I guess there's some sort of Frozen short that I haven't watched, and I guess I need to watch it to understand it. But it doesn't give any clues to Frozen 3, but there is an end credit scene, so stick around if you guys want to check that out. And then here we go, guys. This is the moment you waited for. Let's get into the negatives. Oh boy, I'm sure I'm gonna get destroyed in the comment section. First off, Kristoff, his purpose in this film and his character arc was really ruined. All he was trying to do was propose to Anna for the entire film. And at the end of the film, he finally does so. Literally, that is all he tries to do for this almost 2-hour film, is try to propose to Anna to be married. That's all he does. He doesn't do anything else. He doesn't. He has a singing moment, which was also awful. Like, Kristoff singing is not something I wanted to see in Frozen. Olaf also does a bunch of singing in this. Both of them, both Kristoff and Olaf singing, I guess they were okay, but they were both odd and sometimes irritating, and just made me slap myself in the face a couple times in the theater. I was like, wow. Next negative, this film was easily forgettable. It's not that, I've only seen it once and I'm like, oh, you've only seen it once, so of course you're not going to remember everything. I saw Frozen, and although I've seen it like 50 times now, the first time I saw it, I was able to enjoy it, and I had a good recollection of what happened for a month. This film, I feel like, is going to be forgotten that it even exists. People are going to think Frozen, but they're not going to ever think Frozen 2. It's forgettable. And some of the problems with it being forgettable is that, to me at least, I'm 25, it was predictable throughout, story-wise. I knew exactly who saved the King of Arendelle. I don't know what his name is. Father or whatever. The father of Elsa and Anna, the person that ended up saving him was Elsa and Anna's mom. And I'm just like I saw that coming from a mile away. This film also has no villain. There is no villain character in this film. It is all just characters doing stuff, learning about the past, trying to protect Arendelle from, water, and just trying to figure out how to fix the past and stuff like that. And people are getting married and they're making jokes and, oh, I'm getting old. And I'm like, that's fine and whatnot, but where's the villain? There was no Hans in this film. There was no big revelation or shocking moment. This film also takes a lot of plot elements from the show The Last Airbender. If you've ever watched Once Upon a Time season 4, the first 11 episodes, there's tons of stuff that this film ripped from that show and used them as plot elements in Frozen 2. And also there's a bunch of really irritating plot references and Easter eggs that I feel like were reused from The Little Mermaid. And if you're somebody like me that's watched every single Disney film a lot, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Also, there is no Let It Go. I mean, I know I said earlier that Panic at the Disco making the song Into the Unknown in this film, it was really good, but there's nothing that goes to the level of Let It Go. This film also had a lot more songs than it did story. So it almost reminded me of The Sound of Music, but a lot more singing. There's a lot of singing in this film. And it's not that, a musical is bad, but I wanted to see the characters doing stuff 5 years from the ending of the first film. And we do get to see that. We just don't get to see a whole heck of a lot of it. Also, my two biggest problems with this film was I don't understand why Elsa was not at Anna's I don't know what you call it. I'm just gonna say party of the fact that Anna becomes the new queen of Arendelle. I don't understand why Elsa was never there. Like, she's still in the forest hanging out with the forest people. That's what I'm gonna call them. And I was like, why are you not at your sister's coronation? That's what it's called, coronation. Why are you not at Anna's coronation? Why? I just screamed, like, did you forget your sister's coronation? Like, she was there for yours. Just saying. And also, this film, I don't understand this. They had this problem in Frozen 1. When you break Anna and Elsa, which is basically a yin and a yang thing, when you break those two characters apart, the movie got worse. That happened in Frozen. They did that same nonsense in this film. Not long, but they did. And then when they brought them back together, the film was good. Having Anna and Elsa together on screen is when the movie shines the best. And every time they tore them apart for different little subplots to happen, it just drove me insane because I didn't like the subplots. And I didn't care to see Anna doing one thing while Elsa is doing another. Yes, it makes the movie longer. Yes, it does make it where the subplots all come together and it becomes an actual plot and you get some cool moments of story. But why did the film constantly do this in the first one? And then they constantly were doing it in this one. Thankfully, they didn't do it as much, but I'm like, please, if you do a Frozen 3, do not split Elsa and Anna apart again, even though I know that's how the film ends. I was just like, really? The whole point of Frozen is Elsa and Anna, sisterly love and sisterly bond. They'll always be together with each other. And this film constantly was tearing them, pairing them, and then putting back together, and putting back together, and tearing them, putting back together, tearing them, and putting back together. And then the film was like, yeah, we're just going to leave them separate. And like, I hope they do a Frozen 3. And if they, I hope they do. And if they do, they need to bring the two characters back together, and they need to stay together. Like, honestly, I felt like Arendelle should have basically just been destroyed by the tidal wave, and everybody that was in Arendelle had to move to the forest. That way, all the characters and everyone had to live together, and that's how the story ended, where Arendelle basically got destroyed, and everyone lived in the forests, and they all lived happily ever after until they all died or something. I'm just like, that, to me, would have been a better conclusion, personally. Honestly, I enjoyed it. I don't like Frozen 2 as much as Frozen 1. Frozen 1's still going to hold a very special place in my heart. Frozen 2 is a sequel. It's a sequel that was made for money's sake. It does serve as a good film on its own. You have to watch Frozen 1 to understand what happens from Frozen 2. Otherwise, the film will just make no logical sense to you, and you won't understand anything that's funny and goofy in it. I'm going to get it on Blu-ray. If they do a Frozen 3, okay, but honestly, they need to move on to do something else at this point. Yeah. It's a good film, guys. I know I feel like I'm on the fence. It's just, I was hoping for a lot more from this film. I mean, I give Frozen a 9.5 out of 10, and I can't give Frozen 2 anything close to that. And that's sad. I mean, they've had 5 years to work on this, and this is the best they could pump out. I feel really sad. I'd like to know what you guys thought of Frozen 2. Have you seen it? Do you guys plan to see it at all? Have you even seen Frozen 1? Let me know in the comment section below. You guys all have a great day. And with that, I'm going to give Frozen 2 an 8 out of 10. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.